I'm back. Man, I can't believe that. We were just getting going too, and then I got booted off. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging with me. I appreciate it. Sorry about that. Hopefully that won't happen again. We're going to give a few minutes so people can kind of find their way back back onto our live stream, because tonight we're going to talk about Gala games. And like I was saying before, I've changed the schedule. We're going to be doing 8 p.m. on Wednesdays. I may add some more coming down the line, but right now we're going to be doing 8 p.m. on Wednesday evenings, and we're just going to go as long as we go. Tonight we're going to talk about Gala games, and can it reclaim or can it become a leader in Web3 gaming in the next bull cycle? We're going to talk maybe some of the good stuff that's going on, some of the stuff that's brought us where we are. And so I just want to give a chance for everyone to pop in. So we're going to get started at 8:20 Eastern Standard Time. So we got about 4 more minutes. So if you're here watching, please do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button for me. That way it lets people know that we're here, and let me know where you are. Put your name, or put your name, but let me know where you're from in the chat, and let's create a dialogue. These live streams, I want to have a conversation with you. I don't like talking at you, so I want us to have engagement. Ask me questions. Now, it's been a minute since I've done a Gala video, and that's been by design. I think it's been about a month since I've done any sort of a Gala video or any kind of streaming on Gala, because I found myself getting so, and by the way, just so you know, I'm not being paid or sponsored or anything like that with Gala. Thank you for those thumbs ups, guys. Oh man, I forgot to do this. Hang on. There we go. That's how I want us to start our live streams every time, with a drum roll, because being a drummer, whatever. So anyway, I don't want anyone to misunderstand that. Again, I'm not being paid or sponsored by Gala in any way. If anything, I have been critical. Now, I'm a supporter of Gala, and I always have been, but there have been issues that I've had that I'm not afraid to talk about, because we need to. You guys deserve it. You guys deserve the truth, not just the good stuff where everyone comes on, they talk about how great everything is and all this kind of stuff. And we need to know, what else is going on. So my goal is to not spread FUD, right, which is fear, uncertainty, and doubt. My goal is to spread facts. There's a big difference between FUD and facts, right? People say stuff to create fear, to create uncertainty, to create doubt, and based off emotion or based off a bias that they have or what have you. My goal, my objective for these live streams and any of these videos that I do, guys, is to get to the truth and to talk about what's going on with whatever crypto projects, because guys, shit's getting real. Okay, the bull run is going to be, now by the way, let me say this before I go any further. I'm not a financial advisor, all right? I'm never going to tell you to buy Gala, sell Gala, hold Gala, do whatever you want to do. I'm only going to give you what I am doing, what my opinions are from a non-financial aspect. So, with that said, a lot of what I want to do here is give you as much facts as I have them, let you know what's going on. Now, even though I haven't been doing Gala videos, I have been keeping track. I have been paying attention, all right? Because Gala is still in my portfolio, and I've actually just started to reignite my DCA, my dollar cost averaging, right? And we're going to talk about that a little bit. We're also going to go and we're going to check out the markets in a minute or two. We're going to kind of find out what's going on with crypto as a whole. Thanks, John. So John, by the way, John is actually a member of our Blockchain Explorers. So in our Crypto Dojo, we have a membership tier, and John is a part of it. So this is for you, John. All right. So let's get to this. I'm going to have a sip of water. Let's go take a look over at CoinMarketCap, see what's happening, see what's going on in the world today. And I need to punch this up. Give me just a second, ladies and gentlemen. And we will pop in here, get rid of this. Okay, I don't know what this is. I'm not interested in this right now. And I'm going to come back down over here. Don't you love my commentary? Let's see here. By the way, guys, how is the sound? How is my audio right now? I went and I bit the bullet and I got a new mic here, which is the Shure MV7, which is everyone's using. But I want to make sure that I'm giving you the best possible content and information and also tech as much as I can. And by the way, your support means a lot. So thank you for, subscribing to our channel. If you like any of the content, please become part of our family and join our membership program, or be a subscriber, or just come and watch the videos. All right, guys. So here we go. Let's check this out. How come whenever I go to CMC, it always pops up and gives me stuff? Oh man. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go over here, take a quick look. So now we're over here at CoinMarketCap. I do not like this, so I'm going to switch that. Isn't that better on the eyes, guys? All right, first thing I go to is the Fear and Greed Index, and we are consistently have been going up over the past couple of weeks. About 2 weeks ago, we were over in the neutral part of it, right? Of course, we know red means fear. Everyone's overselling. They're getting out, liquidating their positions. They're freaking out, whatever. Over here, people are like, no one's really doing a whole lot. We come over here. Now people are buying. Sentiment is high, positive, blah, 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 blah. So what I want to do is let's scroll down here, and we're going to take a look. And as we can see here, and I'm going to just bring this up a little bit so we can get an idea. There we go. That's better. What Bitcoin is doing right now. Again, everything falls off BTC, right? For the most part. Now, I want to say this going in. If you have Bitcoin and Ethereum and a variety of the other altcoins going up, and you like 5, 6, 7%, whatever, but you see crypto projects that are down 2 or 3%, I'm not saying that they're a bad project. I'm just saying it makes me go, what's causing this crypto project to go down? Just saying. All right, so what we're going to do here is let's go take a look at Gala first. And we're going to just kind of get a sense and see what's going on. And here we go, Gala. Find out where their price is right now. All right. So it bumped me out. You believe that? All right, let's try this one more time, you guys. All right, here we go. Okay, so right now we are at just about a little over 2 cents. Now, this has really come up. So this is, I'm going to go with the 7-day chart real fast. So here's the 7-day chart. It's pumping in. It's punching up here. And as we can see here, look where we're at. Look where that's came up, like over 16% in the past week. So this is really good. We really needed this. And everything started with Bitcoin a couple weeks ago with the spot ETF. Everything going on with that, refiling, blah, 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 blah. Markets have been doing really good, showing signs of life. So this is really good to see, because look where we were way down over here just a week ago. And now we're really coming up, which is a really good thing to see. And, when we are getting involved in crypto, and when we are getting involved in any project, of course, doing our own research. Now, I could do this live stream for about 5 hours. A lot of stuff has gone on. So what I want to do is I want to kind of take us back a little bit. And if you have questions, put a Q with a colon in it. Put your question in there, okay? I will take a look at them. I just want to kind of get through this. And let me know who's here, right? Hit that thumbs up. Oh, man, you guys rock, man. Thank you so much. So everything was going good. Beginning of 2020, well, as good as it could be, considering we've been in like a hellacious crypto bear market for the past two freaking years. But, anyway, whatever. Gala came out, was hitting us with some really good positive information. Things were looking up for Gala. I think we're up at 4 or 5 cents at that point. And then news came out of the Gala upgrade. We all know, we're all very familiar with the Gala upgrade and how Coinbase decided not to, or decided to honestly delist. Basically, they delisted Gala, right? The only crypto exchange to do this, by the way. Everyone else on board. And it was the strangest thing. It's like, what made them do this? Well, now we're finding out it's because of the lawsuits that were going on between Wright Thurston and Eric Strohmeyer, right? The co-founders of Gala Games and their whole stuff that they got going on. And I'm really not going to go into that too much. You can go check out Dr. Wookie. He's been keeping track of a lot of the documentation, reading them off. So go check out his channel for that information. I don't have access to those documents, but he does. So go back and check him out. So anyway, that really started a lot of the decline. There was a lot of fear, a lot of uncertainty, a lot of doubt going on when everything was going on, and it just continued to kind of spiral downward. Negative sentiment, then the lawsuits were coming out and all these different things. And so now we find ourselves in November, and October's inherently been a good month for crypto, right? And it didn't start off that way, but it ended really good. And for the past couple weeks, Bitcoin's been pumping, which has been raising everybody up. A lot of the altcoins have been up, Gala, of course, VeChain, HBAR, Cardano. And I'm going to do, probably my next live stream, I'm going to talk about Cardano. And I did a video about them the other day. You may want to check it out. But anyway, we're seeing a lot of positive sentiment going on within crypto. And this is it's like that rising tide theory. The rising tide lifts all boats, right? So when Bitcoin does good, a lot of times the other coins are going to go with it, unless they're just a total train wreck and there's all kinds of some crazy shit going on. And then you're going to have a hard time, right? But for the most part, everything has been looking up, and Gala's been pumping, which is great. And I'm not sure if you guys are aware of this, or maybe you have, but today was their first day for their next playtest for Walking Dead Empires. Now, I've played a few of their playtests, and I'm going to do so again, not on my Mac, but on my PC over here in the back. But that game, for me, out of all the ones I've played with Gala, that's the one I like the most. I think the graphics are good. I like the sound effects. I just, I don't do card games. That's not my jam, okay? Games that are super, super complicated are not kind of my jam. I'm not interested. I want to play. I don't want to have to be like, okay, I need a friggin' degree in mechanical engineering or quantum physics or whatever to figure out how to play this game. I just want to go in there and have fun, right? So Walking Dead is a really fun game. I'm looking forward to jumping on. Maybe I'll get on there tonight or tomorrow and play a little bit and just see what it's about. I'll probably do a video about that as well. But Gala Games has really been continuing, and this is the mark of, to me anyway, and I want to know what you guys think, of a really good crypto, a strong crypto, is, are they developing in a bear cycle? Cardano, for instance, continuously developing, right? The crypto projects that are coming out in this bear market, that are developing, that are continuing to make improvements in their infrastructure and their ecosystem, and they're creating collaborations and partnerships and just continuing to move forward, right, and to grow. That is an indicator, for me at least, of a strong crypto project. Gala has continued to do so. Now, with that said, I still am not a big fan of their NFTs with the prices. I'm sorry. I just have a real philosophical problem with spending $2,000 or $3,000 or $4,000 on an NFT when we've been just getting hammered for the past 2 years. This has been my biggest gripe, I guess, with Gala Games, and as you can tell, I may not be the best, and I guess I'm a little bit of bias. I'm not a super fan of NFTs. That's just me. Hey, to each his own. If you have a difference of opinion, put it in there. But for me, I'm just not a big fan of them. And I'm not a big fan because of, not all, but of the prices that are charged. And I'm focusing mainly on Gala Games right now because it's just a lot of stuff is going on with them. And who can afford, or who would want to afford? I'd rather take $2,000 instead of putting it on an NFT and put it into like the Gala token or put it on another crypto project. If you agree with me, let me know. Or if you disagree, let me know. Because the goal is to play games. And this is going to be where Web3 gaming has a way to go. Because Web 2 games are still it. I'm sorry, you give me a choice between playing a Web 3 game or Call of Duty or like Uncharted, something like that. I'm sorry, I'll even go back and play Halo or Doom. Those games for me are fun, man. And I think that Web 3 gaming is going to be, so this is kind of like it may be like a contradiction. But I really do believe that Web3 gaming will be a really big genre in crypto that will do well. But they got to make, come on, guys. Let's be honest. Some of these Web3 games look like shit. They don't play very well. And that will not create mass adoption. If we can get even a portion of Web 2 gamers to come over into Web 3, that's going to be huge. So I think, for me anyway, and I'm going to go back to The Walking Dead, I think that game has lots of potential. And it reminds me a little bit of Diablo, right? Because that was a game that my brother and I used to play when I was living in Hawaii and he was living in Vermont. We'd get together, and we're talking, guys, if you're watching this, for some of you, you may even be too young to even remember, but Diablo was just a really fun game. And I'd have my Blueberry Mac, and he'd have his, and we'd get together, and we'd play for 2 or 3 hours. And it was that was a fun game. So when I'm playing Walking Dead Empires, it kind of reminds me of that. So it's kind of a little bit of nostalgia, but they have their play test going on. So what you need to do if you want to take advantage, I recommend, now I have a Mac. So they say you could do it on Mac, and I think I did it once before, but it wasn't all that great. If you have a PC, it might work better. I haven't tried it yet with my PC for Walking Dead Empires, but I do want to give it a shot and see how it plays. But just go over, download the launcher, and get started. It seems like it really looks good. Some of the graphics I think are a lot better, and they made some improvements in gameplay and all that good stuff. So check that out, see how it goes. But now I want to ask you guys a question here. And actually, you know what? I'm going to come back to John's question. So John is asking, what exchange am I buying my Gala on? That's a really good question, John. And if you're still here, let me know you're here, man. So right now, I'm buying mine on crypto.com. That's where I'm buying my Gala right now. You can get it pretty much anywhere else, but I already have Binance. I'm kind of staying away from for now. But crypto.com, pretty much all other exchanges except for Coinbase allows you to buy it. So crypto.com is where I'm actually purchasing my Gala. And I'm keeping it safe, of course. But as some of you may know, earlier this year, my account was compromised, not in this exchange, and all of my Gala was liquidated. It happens to the best of us, right? So there we go. So I'm recharging. That kind of took a little bit of the wind out of my sails because I was sort of like feeling like, man, there's a lot of stuff going on with Gala. And then that happened. I was just like, you know what? The heck with it for now. But I'm re-engaging into my dollar cost averaging. I've been picking up quite a bunch, quite a few, and just keeping it nice and safe. So I want to know, let's do this. I want to ask you guys a question. This is about engagement, right? This is about us having a conversation with one another. What is your favorite Gala Games game? Now, it doesn't even have to be out yet. Well, because there's only a few games that are actually out in the first place. I mean, if you're talking about, was it Common Ground? Common Ground, formerly known as Townstar. But what Gala game, either in development or is out now, that you feel really has a shot? Now, of course, there's Spider Tanks. And I think probably right now, Spider Tanks is their flagship game, right? And if you agree with me, let me know, right? But what game do you guys think in Gala Games' arsenal is going to really do well in the upcoming bull cycle? I want to know. Tell me, guys. Tell me. Having some water here. Let's see who's going to be first. What Gala Games? Let's try one more time. I feel like I'm a talk show host. And what's behind door number 3, Alex? Anyway. So I'll give you about 15 seconds. Oh, we lost somebody. Oh, no. Come back. Screw it. I'm going to tell you guys what I think. I think it's going to be Walking Dead Empires. I think Walking Dead Empires will be their flagship game. That's my view. I mean, just because of the fun of it. So that's kind of my thought process on that. I just, again, decisions are made by those who show up. So right now, I'm not seeing anyone. Come on, guys. What game in the Gala Games ecosystem is going to rock? I mean, I know you can even say Spider Tanks. Now, I've played Spider Tanks a little bit. Not a fan. That's just me. I'm not a serious gamer. I really don't spend a ton of time. Crypto J, thanks for being honest, man. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you being here, man. Thank you for being here. Awesome. See, you come on, you say hi, man. You're gonna get rewarded. So, you know what? Well, I would maybe recommend, if you could do it, Crypto J, go check out maybe the Walking Dead Empires. Check it out. Now there's or Poker Go Play. Now that I will say is a fun game. It's a different kind of headspace, but it's fun. Oh, Grit. Grit is, I've never played Grit. I mean, is it something like Red Dead Redemption? Is that what it is? Something like that? I've never played it. Or is that a card game? I'm not sure. Card games are big. At one point, I was checking out Gods Unchained back in the summer of last year, and it was really cool. The graphics were great. Everything seemed to be great. I just wasn't excited about a card game. But again, everyone has their own, if you have something for everybody, and I think Gala Games does, you're going to have that opportunity. Now, I do think, yeah. Now, here's the thing. Here's what's going to be really, really essential for Gala Games right now. One, no more crazy shenanigans by founders. This whole lawsuit thing did not help. And actually, it really, when it came out, it really created some FUD, and it really drove the price down. Yeah, Red Dead Redemption. I think I even have that game somewhere, but I'll have to check that out. So I think that was another part of what drove prices down, was the lawsuits and stuff. They can't have any more of this. They really can't. They can't afford to have any more lawsuits or any more crazy stuff coming out, because what'll happen is it'll drive. Now's not the time. They need to raise their market cap, right? They need money coming in. So anything else that comes up, is not going to be good. So they really, I hope that they really, and I think they will, sort all this stuff out, get it behind them, move forward, and just continue developing and being a launch pad for games coming in. And of course, they have their mobile games. Meow Match, for example. It's the funniest thing. That game is so simple but it's addictive as all get out. So you could play that thing for 10 or 15 minutes. It's like, it's a really good distraction. Or if you're working on something, you just need a few minutes, that's the game. Now, I will say this, though. Eternal Paradox, I'm waiting for that, because I started playing it when it came out before, when they had their playtest and stuff. Better entry price. Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, it's gone up. It was, a week or so ago, it was at 1 cent. So it's still, and I want to also make sure that everyone's on the same kind of mindset, maybe as I am, or not. Look, we talk about buying on red candles. We talk about buying when everything's in the red, right? Because you're going to be you're getting a discount. Now, not financial advice. This is just my own headspace. Even right now, when we're in the green candles, okay, we are still in the red. So, for instance, when Gala was at 30, 40 cents, 20 cents, 15 cents, or 80 cents, whatever it is, now we're down to 2 cents. Yes, it's come up 16% in the past week, but it's still down. And I believe anyway, and this is just my opinion, even right now, even when the candles are green, we're still in the red. So you could buy, even on a green candle right now, but still it would be down. It's still down everything is down from where they were. So even if you're buying right now, yeah, granted, you probably, if you wanted to wait and see what happens in a week, but if you still wanted to enter or dollar cost average in, which I do religiously without fail, you're still low. It's not like, oh man, I bought in at $3. Now it's $3.10 or something, or $2.50 or whatever it is. You still have that ability to be like, you know what? It's still low. Even at 10 cents. Even though if it was at 10 cents and it was at 1 cent, now it's at 2 cents, and and maybe in the 7-day chart it's gone up. We're still in the red. Does that make? I hope that makes sense. And this is just my philosophy on it. Now, I would prefer, if it's up to get it before a 16% increase, but how are you going to know? We don't know. I mean, this could skyrocket and go up to 4 or 5 cents. We don't know. If you wait, I'm going to wait until it drops down to get into the red candle. Dude, it's been in the red for 2 years. Everything's been in the red for 2 years. So even if things are up a little bit, we're still down. And I think whatever you decide to buy, if you feel good with, then that's got to be up to you. But I just wanted to throw that concept, that headspace out to you. All right. So anyway, just thought I'd share that little bit with you. But with Gala, I think, And the main title of this video or this live stream is Gala back? Can Gala Games be a Web3 leader in the next bull run? I believe, yes, they can. They've got some work to do. They've got to get some of these games rolled out. I mean, I understand having play tests, but you got to get stuff out. Okay, good. Thanks, John. I didn't know if I was kind of losing everybody when that mindset of like, even though we're in the green, we're still in the red, right? But that's just my philosophy. So like today, I bought 4,000 Gala when they were up. So whatever. It's about increasing my position, because as we get more and more and more, into a bullish sentiment, things are going to keep going up, and the dip may not be as big of a dip. If you're waiting for that dip to come, and all of a sudden 6 months later you're waiting, now it was 2 cents, you're waiting for it to drop down a penny, now it's up to like 30 cents, you're like, oh man, but again, that's got to be your decision. Whatever it is you need to do that's going to work for you is what you got to do. But I know one thing is, this is the time to accumulate. This is the time to prepare for the next bull run. Now, when is it going to come? Well, crack my neck. I don't know. Nobody does. I think there's signals out here that are telling us what's going to happen and when. Some people are saying 2025. My gut, my intuition, my feeling is that we're kind of in the beginnings of it now, I think. I think that right around that time, well, here's what'll really jumpstart everything. We know the Bitcoin halving is coming up early next year, all right? That's going to be a big deal. What's going to be a really big deal is if these spot Bitcoin ETFs get approved. That could be massive for crypto. Massive. Because now you have exchange traded funds. So now so if you're not sure what an ETF is, right? So here's kind of how this works. Let's say you have someone who, I'm just going to use this as an example. Someone's like 65 years old. They've been involved in their legacy investment firms for decades. Charles Schwab, Fidelity, whatever. They want to get involved in Bitcoin. They're intimidated like crazy to get involved in a crypto exchange, to try to set up a wallet, KYC, all that kind of stuff. Knowing how to transfer, right? That could be really intimidating. Whereas you're on, say, Fidelity. You just invest, you just buy a Bitcoin. Bang, it's right there. There's no messing around. You've got some protection. You trust the exchange. You trust the system. You don't have to worry about like, oh my God, if I send it to the wrong address, it's going to get, it's going to get gone. That will bring in a lot of money in crypto if and when these spot Bitcoin ETFs get approved, because that will be massive. Massive, in my opinion. We saw that with the news last week. You guys remember the news last week when all of a sudden on that Monday it came out, even Cointelegraph came out, it was false and it was retracted. But for about a half hour, we saw a pump of like 5-6% with Bitcoin because of that. And then when it got retracted, yes, we saw it kind of pull back, but not as much as I was expecting. So the sentiment is there. People are ready. If that gets approved, if and when, we will see a huge rise in the crypto market cap. And I think a lot of the altcoins are going to ride that wave, right, with Bitcoin and Ethereum. And that could be a massive push towards the next bull run, in my opinion. So let's see. Okay. All right. So Mart, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Okay. So Coinbase relisting Gala will pump the bags. It will. I don't know how much of a pump it'll have, but I do believe it'll definitely help for sure. Again, from what I understand, at least my mind says the reason that the version 2 Gala was created was to stop Wright Thurston from potentially rug pulling the company, right? Selling just a mass sell-off of billions of tokens. I think that aspect became apparent to Coinbase, and they're like, we don't want any part of this. Do I think they'll relist Gala? Yes, I do. I think that I do think that, I'm just reading John's message. I do think that they will relist Gala. I don't know when. I don't know what their time frame would be. I don't think it'll happen I think it'll be sometime in maybe the spring of 2024. Maybe they'll relist Gala. It would make life a lot easier, and especially if people still have Gala, their original Gala, on Coinbase. So if you're watching this and you're hearing my words, don't get rid of it. Keep it there, because the possibility exists that if Gala, or when Gala relists, or excuse me, when Coinbase relists Gala, there could be a conversion. Like the Gala version 1 to the new Gala, or which is Gala now, you could get a swap for that. You could get a 1-for-1 for that. Now, I don't know for sure, all right? But that's sort of like what could potentially happen. So I would highly recommend, if you have the original Gala on Coinbase, you missed the delisting correspondence, and your stuff is still there, leave it there. Don't try to mess with it. Don't try to move it anywhere. It's useless right now. You can't do anything with it. So just leave it there. And who knows, if Gala, or if Coinbase relists Gala, you could get your Gala back, which would that would be more of a pump than anything else. Yes, absolutely would improve sentiment. And again, what needs to happen is the crypto for Gala's price to continue moving. They need, like, this was really good. Like, they've got their Walking Dead empires happening. Bitcoin coming up. I think we hit 35,000 earlier, right? So we're close, I think, to seeing a really good breakout. But again, a lot of it's going to be determined on what's the markets are doing, and Gala continuing their push towards. Now, I'm talking the games platform. I'm not interested in the film. I really don't care about the music platform. To me, those are just whatever, afterthoughts. The gaming platform is the mothership, if you will. They are the flagship of the three of that trifecta, which I'm not taking anything away from the music or the film. I'm not disrespecting that whatsoever. I'm just saying Gala Games is it. The Gala token is it. Now, something else to think about. With their games, I would like to see some sort of a burn mechanism in place. I don't know if it's possible, but a lot of times with Townstar, you get Townstar tokens and stuff like that. if Gala token could be used in game, that I think would create a deflationary aspect to Gala, which again we all know the lower the supply, the higher the demand, the higher the price, right? Because it's deflationary. Like if there's only, let's say you have 200 gold bars in the world and you have everyone trying to get one, guess what? Those 200 gold bars for each are going to go skyrocketing. It's just like a law. It's the law of supply and demand, right? We learned it when we were in high school, or at least when I was in high school. I don't know what happens now, but anyway, but that's something to consider. So keeping a deflationary mindset or creating some sort of deflationary mechanism would be really good. How that looks like, I don't know. I don't even know if it's even feasible the way they have, if they have their smart contracts set up, but that's just kind of what I'm thinking about that. But no more lawsuits can happen. No more crazy stuff can go on. But you know what I want to do here, guys, while we're here? Now, I'm not sure if some of you guys have been to the website recently, but what I want to do is I want to go and let's take a look at their website. They've really done some improvements, and I think they're trying to entice Web 2 gamers to Brighton here to come over. Once this clicks on here, come on, let's go. All right, so I like the graphics up here a lot. Let's move this over here. I want you guys to see. There we go. That's better. Okay, so scroll down. So this is Grit, Meow Match. I mean, they do have a lot of games. Last Expedition. I mean, some of these games look really, really cool. Here, I want to just kind of scroll over here. Fortitude, Echoes of Empire. Now, you know, a lot of these games are from like different gaming platforms. All right, Gala Games did not just, they have all these developers creating these games. They are more like a launch pad. Spider Tanks, of course, that's the game where everyone's really, you know, dialed in. But let's scroll down here. And yeah, you can see now some of the NFTs are not too bad. 2000, you know, Gala or what have you. But they've made it look a lot better. And again, here we're just kind of seeing it's kind of shifted. So Poker Go Play. You can also play this on mobile, which I have. I have a mobile app. But you can play that whenever. Common Ground. This reminded me a little bit more of a watered down version of Civilization. If you guys have ever heard of that or played that game before. Superior. Now, I'm not shitting on these projects. I'm just saying this game I like, but I'm really not a big fan of their graphics. I really am not. Grid I haven't played. Mirandus. Waiting for that. That'll be great. Battlestar Galactica has I'm intrigued by that. And then you have, again, some of these games are mobile, you know, Meow Match, great fun little game, you know, you want to noodle out, you can use that to play. This game I think I might really like, Eternal Paradox. Again, it was mobile, and at first I was going, man, you know, this game it's really complicated. Jesus, you know, try to figure everything out. But I don't know. The more I played it, the more I liked it. And I was really stoked and very thankful that, and this is just kind of their website, I was really thankful that I actually, after the play test was completed, that I got 175 Gala, which I thought was awesome. So I wanted to thank them for doing that. Let's see here. Let's go over here. Gala's Layer 1 should put it in the top 20 by market cap. Gala get some traction. So, yeah, their Gala chain. I think there's a lot of stuff going on. And of course, the money, another thing to consider is the more money you have to invest in development, the faster the games are going to roll out, the better quality, the better graphics and gameplay and all that kind of stuff. When you can invest money into, when you can put money into a project, when you have the money to put into it, it's going to make it that much better. So I just think that once their market cap gets higher up, and again, like I said, they've still been developing. They haven't stopped. They've continued to improve. They've continued to grow. And that is a really big deal. To me anyway. They've taken a lot of stuff, and I think they just keep moving forward. And that to me, that's huge. Just keep moving forward. Yeah, you're dealing with crap going on. Who doesn't? Every project's got to deal with something, right? So when you're dealing with stuff that's maybe negative, how do you handle that? Do you rise above it? Do you get all crazy and get stupid and do all kinds of stuff? Or do you kind of keep your focus and keep, the main thing? And I think Gala Games has shown that they are dedicated. They're not going anywhere. I see a lot of people say, oh, Gala's a scam and they're a rug pull. That makes no sense to me at all. None. People who say that don't really know anything much about how this works. This is a huge gaming platform, film platform, music platform. They're developing all the time. They're creating partnerships, blah, 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 creating their own chain. If they would have rugged, they would have rugged already. Okay? So I totally disagree with Gala being labeled a scam or a rug pull or whatever. That's just sour grapes. And, I look at it this way. If you don't like the gaming platform, don't invest. It's like this. If you don't want to watch, the movie's not for you, turn it off. If you don't like hearing the song on the radio, switch the channel. If you don't like the crypto, if you have a gaming platform, instead of crapping all over it, just move on, all right? Live your life, man. People get too wrapped up in stuff, and they really don't need to. Just live life and enjoy life. Crypto is not the only thing in the world, right? You have family, friends, go outside, get some perspective. I think sometimes we get so wrapped up in what we're doing that we miss the beauty around us. Take a few minutes, go outside and just listen to the birds chirp, man. Get a little bit of perspective, get a little bit of just, get a little bit of light and freedom and joy and, kind of get yourself back into that headspace and go back and do what you need to do. But clarity is important. Someone gave me a thumbs down. They must not have liked when I was... But here, the way I look at it, guys, is I'm not going to sugarcoat stuff. I'm going to tell you that what I don't like. It's like a relationship. If you're arguing and stuff with your spouse or whatever, what you got to be concerned with is when the arguing stops, right? Or when all of a sudden, like, everything was an issue and now nothing is an issue. Whoop, whoop, look out, right? So by me and others coming out and saying what we don't like, it doesn't mean that we don't like the game. It means we don't, it's not like we don't, love the project. Go look at my playlist. Go look at my videos for the past, year and a half. I've done more Gala videos than I have anything else. So I'm a big believer in Gala. I think it's important that I also focus on other gaming platforms too, and other projects, right? So I hope everyone's having a good night. It's Wednesday. It's 9:00. We're having some fun, and my video card is freaking out on me a little bit. So I want to say this, guys. I'm here for you guys, right? I'm here for you. And if you like any of my videos or you find value in anything that I'm doing, hit that subscribe button. Be part of our Ohana. And if you really want to get more in depth, become a blockchain explorer. Become a member of our group like John, right? This allows me, by you doing it, it's like for a cup of crappy Starbucks coffee, you allow me to do more. And this, because I'm here for you guys, right? I'm not here for myself. I'm here for you, all right? Because I believe that we all deserve financial freedom. We all deserve to live the life we want and to provide for our families, because no one's going to do it for us. Unless you're, Uncle Joe, leaves you $20 million or something like that. For the majority of us, that's not happening. So we got to go out and we got to get it. We got to go out and make it ourselves. We can't rely on the government. We can't rely on anyone else. We got to rely on ourselves. Cryptocurrency, in my opinion, is the greatest opportunity to get financial wealth that we've ever seen. That's just my opinion. And whatever I can do to help you in any way that I can, let me know. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, tell your friends about us. And I appreciate you all very much. And again, I think, and I'm going to double down again, I think Gala has the potential to be the, not one of, the John, thanks, brother. Aloha, hui ho, man. How'd I get started? Okay. How'd I get started on my crypto videos? You know what? I was a full-time martial arts teacher for about 30 years. That's what I did for a living. That was my profession, is being a teacher, being an educator. I got really burned out on being away from my family and my kids and my wife for 12, 13 hours a day, 5, 6 days a week. I just had enough. And so I wanted to get involved in crypto. I got exposed to it, and then it just bit me, and that's how it happened. That's exactly how it happened. So, but I want to say this, LimeMart, thank you. I'm not sure. I don't recognize you. Is this your first time here on our live stream? If it is, I want to say thank you for being here and being a part of our experience. And I definitely hope you got some value. And, go check out other videos. But I appreciate you very much. Check. If you have any questions, you're more than welcome. Awesome. Thank you so much for being here. All right. Thank you for coming and being a part of our live stream. Wait a minute. I got something for you. Isn't that freaking annoying? But anyway, it's kind of fun, and especially if you're like, oh, God, it's getting kind of late. Wake me up. Awesome. Thank you so much I'm going to go check and see. I'm going to go find. But thank you, because I just haven't seen you on our live streams in a while. So I want to say thank you very much. And I want to thank everybody else for being a part of this live stream. I hope you got some value in it. Go over to Gala Games. Check out their platform. Play some games. You can download Meow Match. You can download, those are free. Champions Arena, whatever. Go check out the play test. Who knows? Maybe I'll see you there. And maybe I'll stream me gaming at some point. But hey, everyone, I want you guys to have a great evening. Thank you so much for dealing with our technical issues. And I want everyone to have a great evening. And remember, here at the Crypto Dojo, crypto never sleeps. But I want you guys to. Have a good night, and I'll see you in the next video.